Today I'm going to show you how I built a complete Netflix clone with one single click using this insane new Chinese AI. This new Minimax M1 agent is absolutely blowing my mind. It's creating fully functioning websites with movie trailers faster than you can say artificial intelligence. And get this, it's completely free to use right now. I'm about to reveal exactly how this AI can build anything from interactive games to complex dashboards in seconds, plus the exact prompts I use to get maximum results. Hey, if we haven't met already, I'm the digital avatar of Julian Goldie, CEO of SEO agency Goldie Agency. Whilst he's helping clients get more leads and customers, I'm here to help you get the latest AI updates. So Minimax M1 just dropped, and this thing is absolutely insane. I mean, I've been testing AI tools for years now, and I've never seen anything quite like this. Picture this. I literally typed, create a Netflix clone with playable trailers, and boom. In about 60 seconds, I had a fully working Netflix replica with actual video trailers that play, not some half-baked prototype. A real functioning website that looks exactly like Netflix. And here's the crazy part, it didn't cost me a single penny. Now, you might be thinking, Julian, come on, another AI tool that promises the world. But hold up, this isn't just another ChatGPT wannabe, this is something completely different. So here's the backstory. Minimax is actually a Shanghai-based AI startup, and they just dropped something that's making waves in the AI world. They're backed by heavy hitters like Alibaba, Tencent, and IDG Capital. But what makes this different from everything else out there? Well, first off, it's the world's first open-weight, large-scale hybrid attention reasoning model. I know that sounds like tech jargon, but stick with me. Here's what this means for you and me. This thing can handle 1 million tokens of input. That's like feeding it an entire book series and having it understand every single word. Compare that to DeepSeek R1, which can only handle 128,000 tokens. That's 8 times less. And the output, it can generate up to 80,000 tokens in a single response. That's like writing a small novel in one go. But here's where it gets really wild. Remember how I said I built that Netflix clone? Well, I wasn't exaggerating. The design, the images, the trailers, everything was generated automatically. And it didn't just create a static page, it created a fully functioning website with playable video content. Now, you might be wondering, Julian, how much did this cost you? Here's the kicker. The entire model was trained for just $534,700. Now, I know that sounds like a lot, but listen to this. DeepSeek trained their R1 model for $5 to $6 million, and OpenAI's GPT-4 cost over $100 million to train. That's insane efficiency right there. And the best part, it's actually open source under an Apache license. That means you can use it for commercial applications, modify it however you want, without any restrictions or payments. So how do you actually use this thing? It's stupid simple. You just go to minimax.io, and you can start using their agent right away. When I first logged in, I got 1,000 free credits, and from what I've seen, that's more than enough to build some seriously cool stuff. Let me walk you through exactly what I did. I typed in, create a Netflix clone with playable trailers, and hit enter. That's it. No coding, no design work, no video editing. The AI went off and started doing its thing. It scraped images from the web, generated the layout, created the navigation, and even embedded video players with custom AI-generated trailers. But it's not just about building Netflix clones. Let me show you some other crazy examples I've seen people build with this. Someone created Tom Riddle's diary from Harry Potter. You know, the one where you write in it and it writes back? Yeah, they built a fully interactive version of that. Another person built a real-time dashboard tracking the Israel-Iran conflict. It pulls data from multiple sources, updates in real time, and presents everything in a clean, professional interface. There's even a guy who built a complete Pokédex with all the Pokémon, their stats, animations, and everything. Click on any Pokémon and you get all the information about them, just like in the games. And here's something really practical. Someone asked it to find the best location for their new office. The AI went off, researched different areas, analyzed costs, accessibility, transport links, and came back with a full report on the best locations. Now, let's talk about the tech behind this for a second. Minimax M1 uses something called a hybrid mixture of experts architecture combined with a lightning attention mechanism. What does that mean in simple terms? When doing deep reasoning with 80,000 tokens, it only needs about 30% of the computing power that DeepSeek R1 would need. At 100k tokens, it uses just 25% of the computing resources. That's like having a sports car that goes twice as fast but uses half the fuel. The model has 456 billion parameters total, but only activates 45.9 billion per token. This selective activation is what makes it so efficient. But here's what really blew my mind when I was testing it: the speed. When I compared it to other tools like GenSpark, Minimax was generating complete websites while GenSpark was still thinking about the prompt. And it's not just fast, it's smart. It was trained using reinforcement learning on everything from mathematical reasoning to real-world software engineering. On software engineering benchmarks, it achieved 56% accuracy on SWE Bench Verified, dramatically outperforming other models. Let me give you another example. I asked it to create a series of cinematic videos about a Yeti doing a vlog. Not only did it understand the concept, but it generated the prompts, created the videos, and stitched them together into a longer video. The AI even uses something called browser use, where it can actually browse the web, look at websites, and use that information to build better outputs. When I asked it to research my YouTube channel and build a landing page, it went to my channel, analyzed my content, looked at my LinkedIn, and created a custom landing page based on what it found. Now, there are two versions of this model, Minimax M140K and Minimax M180K, referring to their thinking budgets or output lengths. The 80K version is more powerful for complex tasks, but the 40K version is perfectly fine for most use cases. If you want to use the API, it costs 0.55 per $1 million input tokens and 2.20 per million output tokens for the 80K model. That's incredibly cheap compared to other models with similar capabilities. Here's something else that's really cool. The model comes with built-in capabilities for online search, video and image generation, speech synthesis, and voice cloning. And it's not just a text model, it's a complete AI agent that can do multiple things. And the benchmarks, this thing is competing with the big boys. It's competitive with OpenAI o3, Gemini 2.5 Pro, Claude 4 Opus, and DeepSeek R1 on various benchmarks. Sometimes it beats them, sometimes it's slightly behind, but it's always in the same league. On long context tasks, it absolutely destroys the competition. It got 73.4% on OpenAI MRCR compared to just 27.7% for other models. That's because of its massive 1 million token context window. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This sounds too good to be true. And I get it. I was skeptical too. But here's the thing. The code is completely open source. You can download it from GitHub or Hugging Face right now. You can verify everything yourself. They even provide deployment guides for VLLM and transformers, so you can run it on your own servers if you want. A server with 8 H800 GPUs can process up to 2 million tokens, while 8 H20 GPUs can handle up to 5 million tokens. But for most of us, just using their web interface is more than enough. You don't need any technical knowledge, you don't need to know how to code, you just type what you want and it builds it. I've been using AI tools for years now, and this is genuinely one of the most impressive things I've seen. The combination of being able to build complete functional websites with just a text prompt, the massive context window, and the fact that it's free to start, it's a game changer. Think about what this means for businesses. You could prototype an entire web application in minutes instead of weeks. You could create interactive demos for clients without hiring developers. You could build internal tools and dashboards without any coding knowledge. And for content creators like me, this is gold. I can create interactive experiences for my audience, build custom tools for my courses, and prototype ideas faster than ever before. They used a new training method called SEO that's way more efficient than traditional methods. The entire reinforcement learning phase used only 512 NVIDIA H800s for 3 weeks. That's incredibly efficient for a model of this size. The fact that they could train something this powerful for under 600 when competitors are spending tens of millions, that tells you something about the innovation happening here. And remember, this is just the beginning. Minimax is calling this Minimax Week, and they're planning to release more products. If this is what they're starting with, I can't wait to see what's coming next. So here's my advice. Go try it out right now. Don't wait. The free credits they're giving out might not last forever, and you want to get in while you can still experiment for free. Start simple. Try building something basic like a landing page or a simple game. Once you see how easy it is, then you can move on to more complex projects. And here's a pro tip. Be specific with your prompts. Instead of saying build me a website, say something like build me a portfolio website for a photographer with a dark theme, animated transitions, and a contact form. The more detail you give, the better the output. Also, don't be afraid to iterate. If the first result isn't exactly what you want, you can refine your prompt and try again. Each iteration usually gets you closer to your vision. What really excites me about this is the democratization of web development. You don't need to spend years learning to code. You don't need to hire expensive developers. You can just describe what you want and have it built. This is going to change everything. Small businesses can now have professional websites without breaking the bank. Entrepreneurs can prototype ideas instantly. Students can build projects for their portfolios without technical skills. And for those of us already in the tech space, this is a massive productivity multiplier. Instead of spending hours coding, we can generate the base and then customize it. It's like having a junior developer that works at the speed of light. The long context window is particularly game-changing for SEO and content work. You can feed it an entire novel or series of books in a single prompt. Imagine analyzing your entire website's content at once, or processing months of analytics data in one go. Now, let me share something that will really blow your mind about the practical applications of this. I've been testing Minimax M1 for different client projects, and the results are insane. One of my agency clients needed a custom dashboard to track their marketing metrics. Usually, this would take our dev team at least 2 weeks and cost them thousands. With Minimax M1, I built the entire thing in under 10 minutes. Real-time data visualization, interactive charts, mobile responsive, everything. The client couldn't believe it when I showed them the demo on our Zoom call. And here's the thing about the learning curve, there isn't one. You don't need to understand APIs, databases, or front-end frameworks. You just need to know what you want to build. Let me give you another killer example. A buddy of mine runs an e-commerce store. He wanted to create an interactive size guide for his clothing brand. You know, one of those fancy ones where customers can input their measurements and get personalized recommendations. He was quoted $5,000 by a developer. Instead, he used Minimax M1, described exactly what he wanted, and had it built in one session. The AI even added features he didn't think of, like a comparison tool between different brands' sizing. But here's what really gets me excited. The compound effect of this technology. Think about it. If you can build things 100 times faster, you can test 100 times more ideas. And in business, the more shots you take, the more likely you are to hit a winner. I've started using it for rapid prototyping everything. Want to test a new landing page design? Build it in 5 minutes. Want to see if an app idea has legs? Create a working prototype before lunch. Want to visualize data in a new way? Done before your coffee gets cold. And the quality isn't compromised. The code it generates is clean, modern, and follows best practices. I've had senior developers look at the output and they're impressed by the architecture and implementation. And let's talk about the competitive advantage this gives you. While your competitors are waiting weeks for their dev team to build something, you're launching new features daily. While they're paying thousands for custom tools, you're building them for free. This isn't just about saving money, it's about speed to market. In today's fast-paced digital world, being first often matters more than being perfect. And with Minimax M1, you can be both first and have something that actually works. So don't sleep on this. The AI revolution isn't coming, it's here, and tools like Minimax M1 are the weapons that will separate the winners from the losers in the next few years. Start building, start experimenting, and most importantly, start thinking bigger about what's possible. Julian Goldie reads every comment, so make sure you comment below and let me know what you're planning to build with Minimax M1. I'm genuinely curious to see what creative things you all come up with. And if you want to take your AI game to the next level, check out my AI Profit Boardroom at http://school.com, AI Profit Labs 7462 about. It's the best place to scale your business, get more customers, and save hundreds of hours with AI automation. We've got a community of entrepreneurs all sharing their wins and strategies with tools like this. If you're serious about growing your business with AI and SEO, book a free SEO strategy session. The link's in the comments and description. We'll look at your specific situation and show you exactly how to use AI to dominate your market. And don't forget to grab my free AI SEO course. You'll get access to our community with 10,000 AI SEOs, plus over 50 free AI SEO tools. The link's in the comments and description. This is just the beginning, guys. AI is moving so fast, and tools like Minimax M1 are making it accessible to everyone. Don't get left behind. Start experimenting today, and I'll see you in the next one.